Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make these blue Christmassy nail art design. It has to be probably my most favorite design so far this year, so I'm super excited for you guys to see it and how we basically came to make it. We've got bright blue and magic whispers from Madame Glam. One of them is the stunning glittery gel polish. Then we have another shade of blue and some white. So the white is bold white and then the blue is always and forever. So in theory, we basically got 3 different types of blue. We also have Semilac here, which is going to be our base nude shade, base coat, and also some blue stamping polish. This one is Deep Ocean from Moyu London. So I'm going to crack on with the background shades first. I usually fast track this part really fast because it's probably one of the most boring parts of the video, but at least it gives me a moment to chat with you guys. So whilst you're watching what I'm doing, what kind of backgrounds I'm doing, so we've got 3 different shades of blue, one of which is going to be a glittery one. If you don't have a glittery one, you can always replace it with maybe like some actual blue glitter or any other glitter one really, or anything. Well, no, you kind of need, I was going to say anything else, but you kind of do need something that's glittery. If you do opt for actual real glitter, then it might kind of transform the look a little bit. And you might need to adjust little bits and bobs to make it work, but it's definitely doable. One of the nails is going to have an ombre, so using a darker shade of blue at the top and the lighter shade of blue at the bottom. Quick ombre the 2 together, pop into the lamp real quick off camera. I will go ahead and do another layer of everything just to get all the opacity and everything sorted, and then we can crack on with our nail art design. So now that everything has 2 layers, we are going to start off with the glittery gel polish. Little reminder with this gel polish, as stunning and as beautiful as it is, I highly recommend using it last. I don't know what got into me deciding to use it first, but I would recommend using it last. The only reason for that is it's a very pigmented glittery gel polish. It's not one of those that once, you know those super old gel polishes you used to get, or even regular polishes where most of it was basically clear polish and you got like a little hint of glitter and you had to like do 20 layers to actually get the glittery opacity that you were looking for. Yeah, no, this one is not like that at all. As you can see, one swipe and you've almost got full coverage. But the glittery little particles in there, they're so tiny and they get so stuck in your brush, so it's not, it just takes a couple of extra wipes to clean your brush, but just be mindful, because when I was doing this, you might even notice later in the video, I didn't give it a good enough of a wipe, and then there were little fragments here and there where I was using a different gel polish colour and you could see little specks of glitter in there where it shouldn't be. It might even be on this one. So just a reminder, it's not a problem, just make sure you either clean it well or just use it last. So the first nail had like a half French tip look going on. The other 2 nails had just a line. That's going to kind of prep us for later on. And then on the full white nail, we're going to do like this half, you could imagine a French tip, but flip it around the small line and then colouring the bottom part of the nail. And then here's me kind of trying to get rid of the glittery chunks. As you can see, that it's very tiny, but it's there and it's very frustrating. But I wasn't too worried. I don't want to wipe it off because I just thought the second layer is going to cover it up. So I wasn't too fussed with it, especially as no one's wearing these guys. This is just for video purposes, so I don't have to worry. I'll be, too particular about it. But just, bear that in mind with that glitter. Then I wiped my brush and I'm going in with some white. So where we've drawn the blue glittery line, you can see about halfway across the nail. You then want to colour in the top part with some white. And then we'll do the same for the other nail as well. So this nail and the other nail are basically going to be mirror images of one another. They're going to be identical. So anything I do on this one, there's sometimes fragments where I might not include because they are literally identical. Whatever you do on one, you do on the other. So I might not always include it all. And then pop into the lamp. Of course, wherever you feel like needs 2 coats, go ahead and do 2 coats. I don't usually show 2 coats on my channel. And then we'll crack on with the next stage, which quite likely might be some light blue detail. We do have some stamping, but it is very tiny amounts anyways. You could literally do it with your brush if you wanted to. You don't have to stamp at all, or even some stickers. Here I'm kind of creating a line. It's going to kind of give us a guidance later on, so I'm just trying to create a straight line down the center, and everything has been cured. Now onto the lightest shade of blue, and on the nail where we've done half white, and half nudie with the blue glittery stripe down the center. I'm going to do stripy patterns, and I'm going to create 3 blue long lines across the top part of that nail. So we've done 2, 1 more to go. We're going to, of course, do it again on the other nail as well. Of course, as well, remember, if you are going to recreate this on smaller nails, maybe, it might not always end up looking identical to mine. Obviously, I've got massive nails here that I'm working on, so I've got a massive canvas to work on. And if you've got a smaller nail bed, or, you know, whether you're doing press-on nails or whatever, you may just need to adjust how many lines you do, or how small of a line you do, all that kind of stuff. Because I know sometimes I will look at other people's work and I might want to recreate, but I sometimes forget that maybe the nails I'm working on might be too wide, and it just doesn't end up looking the same. So if someone does 2 stripes, bear in mind that you might end up having to do 5 or even less, you know what I mean? So bear that in mind, because I know I find myself, I'm constantly catching myself out on that, where I'm trying to completely, you know, recreate it identically, and it sometimes just doesn't work like that. You just really have to adjust little bits and bobs. Here goes the next layer of stripes, so that nail will be done with the striping part anyways. Then we're back onto this nail, so it's a bit of switching back and forth from nail to nail, because every nail has so much going on and pretty much all the colors involved. So I'm trying to be as efficient as I can. So if I'm, you know, working on one nail with the white, for example, I'll try and do all the white bits on every nail and then transition to the next color. On here, we're going to try and do some hand painted plaid kind of look. I think that's what it's called. So right now I'm doing like an X kind of pattern. But that left to right line is going to be a bit higher, and it's not going to be quite in the center. And then go ahead and cure it. Once that's cured, we're going to add an extra line of that sparkly blue. And we're going to follow the original lines that we've created as well. So just another 2. So 1 down the center, 1 diagonally, well, side to side. And then pop that in the lamp again. So that will kind of start creating our plaid. Later on, we're going to add some extra white, and that's really going to nicely complete the look there on that nail. Now we're on to our ombre nail, and you might be pleased to know there isn't actually any crystals on that one. If you're a regular on my channel, you know I'm constantly doing crystal placement on ombre nails, and I thought I'll switch it up today and do something different. So for this one, I've gone in with some base coat, and I'm going to use that as my sticky, you know, wet layer to glue down some white matte glitter. I've been finding myself using this glitter so often this Christmas. I didn't have it last Christmas, so maybe that's why, but I'm just finding it to be so fun to work with, and it seems to kind of, I mean, I know it's white, so in theory white kind of works with everything, but yeah, I'm finding it really fun to include with designs, and it creates a really nice look. And I kind of do like that it's matte and not so, you know, shiny and holographic. Kind of creates that cold vibe, like frosty look as well. So I'm just kind of going to play about with the different sizes that we've got. So we've got some, you know, I don't know, large, fine, and about small little hexes there. So I'm going to try and distribute it about evenly across the whole nail. Pop it into the lamp for a cure. Once it's out, do another layer of base coat just to help with the bumpiness of the nail, especially as later on we are going to do some sweatery snowflake look on it. So it will be quite important to have it as flat as possible. You don't want it to be too bumpy. Now we're on to the part where we're actually going to stamp, and like I said, it's a, you know, I love stamping, so I do like to include it where I can, or just for the ease of just making it easy, obviously, for myself when it comes to stamping. But on this half French tip nail, on one side, we're going to just stamp down snowflakes. Like I mentioned before, you don't need to. I am hoping that most of you do have a snowflake stamping plate, because I feel like it's one of those that we all kind of have, hopefully. If not, obviously, you can just hand do some. I've got plenty of videos on my channel where I just do some pretty easy snowflakes, and that could look really cute too. Or, you know, some stickers, or even maybe like a sweater look you could pop in there just to switch it up, whatever you would like. And I'm just cleaning that up with some acetone, because it was just some bits that I didn't want it to be on. Now we're at the stage of actually matte top coating the nails. So I am using a Venalisa one here, matte top coat. That will go into the lamp, and then we have some crystal placement to do. We do have some charms involved today. Probably so at the start we had some cute little bows. The crystal placement pretty minimal, nothing too crazy. I mean, the set's kind of wild as it is. And then we have some Snowflake's to do with the method where you sprinkle on some clear acrylic. So we'll get onto that any second. Make sure to check out the description for any discount codes. Save yourself some money this Christmas, guys. Especially now with Black Friday and everything around the corner. So definitely save yourself some money with discount codes. I do have a link for Quidco. I was going to say Shein because I've just been shopping on Shein. But no, Quidco. Don't forget to create an account on Quidco, whether you use my link or not. But if you use my link, you will get yourself £15 for free once you get yourself £5 cash back. It's a free website, and it's a website where it will just take you to any website you pretty much want to shop on online, and it will give you money back for the amount that you spend on their website. So it's honestly the best thing ever. Made over 100 quid on there now. So check it out, definitely. Like I said, if you use my link, £15 you get. If not to worry, just you create yourself an account and start earning your money back. Right, now we're on to some stripes again. This is the last part of like the plaid look that I'm going for. And everything that I'm pretty much going to do with the white is going to have clear acrylic sprinkled on. So we've already had did I already do the French tip? No, I did, just down the center. Then here's for the plaid nail. The clear acrylic that I'm using is from Glitterbell, so it's a bit more of like a, like a, well, I guess established acrylic brand and all that, but you don't need anything crazy or expensive or good. If you're only going to do it for like sweater looks, then I really don't recommend getting anything great. I just have this one because I just have it. I just like to play about with acrylic in my free private time, and slowly transition it onto YouTube, I guess, but still in the progress of that. But yeah, don't need to get anything expensive. You can get it on Shein and Ali, any of like the cheap stuff. You don't need it. Great. Unless you are actually going to do proper acrylic, your monomer and everything, then I would advise getting some good stuff because you don't want it to be messing up your brushes or anything with some horrible products. There is a snowflake that we just created on this nail here. We're going to repeat that on the other nail, but I'll cut that out. Now, last but not least is this ombre glittery nail when it comes to the actual, clear acrylic method, and we are going to do a snowflake at the top the same exact way as we did previously on the other two, and then we're going to do it again on the bottom part, but just a very smaller one because we just have less of an area to actually paint on. Bear in mind that if this is a bit more of a too advanced snowflake, then I do have other ones on my channel that I've done in the past, especially the dotted ones. I really like the way that they look, and they're so awfully simple to do. I've been doing them quite recent, like a lot recently, so I did think I would switch it up and do a bit of a different one. But if you are not too comfortable with your snowflakes and doing these, lines and everything, then you can do the dotted method. And I still think they're really cute. I love doing those dotted method. Not only is it easy, but so cute too. So no pressure when it comes to those snowflakes. If you don't want to go back and watch my other videos, the dotted method is just do a couple of dots, connect them together pretty much, and you've got yourself a snowflake. So definitely try it out. So I finished off the other nail, I think off camera, the snowflake at the bottom. We will have a bow charm there and some opal crystals today. I thought opal would be very fitting for the colour theme that's going on today, and it's been a while since I used them too, so I thought I will get them included. So I'm placing them in the center of the snowflake and then at the end of the arms of the snowflakes. And then I also whipped out the white bow charms, which I just love. Love. And they're super affordable and cheap to get too, especially on Shein. Okay, and then this is going to be our last fragment of the video, the last nail that's going to have some crystal charmy placement. So I've got a couple of different sizes of opals. So I thought I'll pop them together, but just 3. So 1 large one and then 2 of the same size on either side. We will then include some caviar beads. So that will go in between the crystals and also down the side of that upside down smile line that we kind of created, just to give it a little bit of a border. I always mention I like creating borders, but if you don't like the way I created that border, you can always switch it up for some glitter or do just maybe hand paint a line over it. But I just really like a border. I like to separate one from the other just because I don't know, sometimes I feel like it just is missing that, So here goes a couple of extra caviar beads that will go into the lamp for a nice quick cure. And here are the final results. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.